is back here with another video. Video where I just want to kind of talk and go over a couple things, go over a couple of thoughts. I thought it was a relevant time to do that again. And one of the topics I wanted to talk about and take on today was gas prices and just where I see things. I know I had put out a video probably about 2 months now, going about 2 months ago, with my thoughts on the gas prices then. And I wanted to just kind of give you my thoughts now, see if there's been anything that's changed. I also wanted to address the fact that I haven't put out a video in about a week or so. And that's just to let you guys know, that was just simply because I did some traveling, and I'm going to be traveling again next week as well. So I am going to try to get some videos out to try to keep up with my pace. My goal is to put videos out every 3 days. I don't want to oversaturate the market. I don't want to take up too much of your time. And I figure, you know what, you've got other people to, you've got other things to do. So I want to be very cognizant of the fact that I want to give you adequate time to watch the video if you enjoy my content. And, you know, I don't want to just be overdoing it. You know, too much of a good thing sometimes is a bad thing. So first topic I wanted to do, first thing I want to get out of the way is, and to make sure that I address it and don't forget it, is I wanted to thank every single one of the subscribers out there who have subscribed in the last 60 days, because it's been incredible. I am now at 200 over 200 subscribers. I'm humbled by the pace that everyone has subscribed. I am so thankful that you guys have taken the time to subscribe to the channel and be willing to look at my content again after having looked at it once. And I am going to continue to try to put content out that can positively contribute to the gig community. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that's taken the time also to provide a comment, a suggestion, and an interaction. It's just very, very awesome. So thank you so much. Anybody that sees this and isn't subscribed, I'd be humbled by a subscription. My goal is goal right now is to reach 500, so that I can get access to the community tabs and be able to send out community messages. And then after 500, reach 1,000, and then from 1,000, go wherever it goes. So if you can help me do that, it's free. Hit that subscribe button. If you are enjoying a particular video and that you think would be something that useful for the community to see, hit that like button. Let YouTube know, and of course, share it with anyone that you think. Take the link, share it. You know, I would be humbled to have it shared, but to anyone that you think could get something from it. So with that said, thank you so much, and thank you so much if you're hitting subscribe today, or if you're hitting subscribe at a later time and you've come across this video. So let's take on the topic of the day. The topic of the day: gas prices, and what's my outlook, and where do I stand on this? So what I'm going to tell you is this: my area continues to have high gas prices. It's forecasted to go over $5 by middle of the summer. It's not going to let up. And my opinion is you stay the course. And my plan, and it's worked out fine as it is now. I have been fine. I've made my money. I've hit my goals. I'm not going to say there haven't been struggles. There haven't been bad days, because there have. There hasn't been challenges. But you got to stay positive, number one. You got to remember that it's a moment. It's one moment, right? But that we are working in the law of averages. And the law of averages says if you do the right thing all the time, then you will have positive, successful results more times than you won't. And if you do, then you will more likely than not have a positive overall outcome over a longer period of time. In other words, what I'm trying to say is focus on the long term, because that's what we're in it for. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. One bad day, one bad race, one bad time is not indicative of how you're going to turn out, how your year's going to turn out, how your month's going to turn out. And even if you have a bad month, look, that's okay. As I've said in other videos, one of the important things that you have to be doing all the time in order to be successful in order to see successful results, is you need to be collecting information, and you need to be keeping track of stats, of orders, of screenshots, and you need to be compiling that, and you need to be looking at it, and you need to be allowing it to give you information on what you should and shouldn't do. In other words, if you need to have the ability to look back at a complete shift recap. And if you're taking screenshots of every order that comes your way, every order you accept, and you can go back then and look at those orders, see exactly what happened, see what came after, what came before, if you didn't like the outcome. And then you can figure out the one thing you're going to do differently the next time you work, and then get excited about that. Get excited about the opportunity to try again. And let that fire you up. For me, that's what I love to do. I have a bad day. I'm going to go find the one thing I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to make a change, whether it's how I selected an order, whether it's what my criteria was for acceptance, whether it's a different miles to money ratio, whether it's working a different area altogether, a different time of day. I'm going to focus on the fact that I'm making that change, and I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to think positive, and I'm going to get excited about it. And I'm going to go out and work it and see if I get a different outcome. And 9 out of 10 times, you make an adjustment, you make a change, you will have a different outcome. So basically, in a nutshell, guys, I'm saying stay positive and continue to work your plan. On top of that, the other thing that I think we're going to see take effect as these gas prices increase, as they rise like they're going to, you're going to see finally a culling of the herd, so to speak. In other words, you're going to see people fall out because it's too expensive. It's not profitable enough. If they don't know what they're doing, they're not going to be able to go out and make money like they have been previously, where they go out and they're like, okay, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, when gas prices were $2.20 a gallon or $2.50 a gallon, for them, their base pay would cover a gallon of gas, which gives them 20 to 30 miles worth of orders for them to go. Not the case anymore, right? So they're going to see it more. When they go out and they say, I just made $30. That's really cool. I made $30. And then they go fill up their tank after the shift is over, and they put $27 of gas in, and they go, oh my God, wow. That's not so great. Those people are going to be gone. The people that aren't making the good decisions will be gone. They're going to find something else. They got to pay the bills. If you're doing this full time and you're not making good decisions and you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to make money. And if you're not making money, you're going to go find something else to do. They're going to go to a W-2. They're going to go back to work. All this, if we're patient and we're continuously working on ourselves to be better, taking the time that we're out right now to continue to make the best possible, most profitable decisions that we can make. If we are focusing on that, then as the dashers and delivery drivers of the other apps, as they start to pull out, we will be there to intercept the orders that we need to make ourselves profitable. The order selection is going to only get better for us. That's what I think. So to me, stay positive. Don't give up. Don't leave. Continue coming out every single day with a plan, with a strategy.
In half a mile, take exit 12 for West Virginia, 45 East or
Make
West
sure
Virginia,
you're
9 East Winchester Avenue.
Taking the time to record the information that you need to be able to make sure you're making the best decisions possible when you're out. And stick with it. And I believe we have the potential, if we do that, and if you do that, and if you're focused on not getting caught up in the negative, on not getting caught up in all the negativity that's out there. Because what I have found after years in the corporate world, right? Negativity creates more of an audience than anything else. The positive person, nobody wants to be around. The person that's successful, everybody wants to be negative about why they're successful. But the reality of it is that negativity always pulls down progress and always holds you back. Being positive, not getting caught up in the negative environment that's around you is sometimes all you need just to be successful. Because while everybody else is wasting time, and remember, with us, time is money. While you're sitting there being negative, while you're sitting there saying, I can't, while you're sitting there thinking, getting frustrated, you're missing opportunity. While you're sitting there deciding that it's impossible, instead of saying, you know what, I've got to find a way to be successful. And how do I do that? Well, you can't do that if you don't have your information. You can't do that if you don't have information to look at to say, what can I do differently next time? So if you're not already collecting screenshots, collect screenshots. If you don't already have a spreadsheet that you're using, use a spreadsheet. If you need a spreadsheet, I am more than happy to share mine. As I've put out from the beginning, DadDash13@gmail.com. Send me the email. Let me know that you're subscribed, and I will happily send you the spreadsheet. My only ask is that you subscribe to my channel and become part of my community here on DadDash. You do that, I will give it to you for free. I'm not here to make money off of you. That's not my goal. My goal is to make money off of DoorDash. My money is to hopefully make a little extra money off of YouTube at some point if this thing grows enough where YouTube's willing to pay me. But I don't need to make money off of you guys. That's not my goal, because I understand when you're a gig business operator, we are not millionaires. We are not billionaires. We're thousandaires at the very low end. And every dollar we make is we're toughing it out. And so therefore, that's not what it's about. What we have to be is we don't have to compete with each other, because there's plenty of business out there. What we need to do is try to work with each other, show each other, and be there for each other, to help each other out. And that's what this thing's all about. So guys, you gotta have a spreadsheet. And then you've got to be able to go back and look at that information. And those are the two things you need to be doing while you're out. Spreadsheeting, which is just collection of data, and screenshotting. And the truth of the matter is, to be honest with you, you don't even need to really utilize the spreadsheet while you're out. I choose to do that because I don't want to have to sit back later on, and I just started doing it, and it became part of my workflow. If that is slowing you down, just collect screenshots of everything. When you get to the restaurant, screenshot. And what I do is I do that now just in case I miss something. Plus I do it for purposes of wanting to make sure that I have the ability to recreate an order if I need to. When I get to the restaurant, I pull up the list and I screenshot the list of items. Boom. That way I have it to refer back to if there's any questions or issues at any point in my order. When I leave the restaurant, I screenshot the address that comes up on the app. That way I know what address it is, and if for some reason I lose the address, or I lose the app, or the app goes offline, I've got the address. But at the same time, I've also got the moment I'm leaving, so I can tell how long I was at that restaurant. When I get to the customer's house and I make my delivery, I take a picture with a timestamp GPS stamp, as well as I take a screenshot of the payout. And therefore, I have the time that my order ends. I could, in theory, go back and collect all of the data after the fact if I wanted to or needed to. And that's how you should do it as well, especially if you feel like it would be a bit overwhelming to collect or fill in a spreadsheet as you're going. So, but you need to be taking screenshots. You need to have a workflow with your screenshots, and you need to also have a spreadsheet that you can then put that information onto, so you can very easily digest it. You can very easily look at things such as your average order size, such as the average mile per order. You can see exactly what your money to miles ratio is. You can see all of these very important things that are going to help you to look back and say, these are the things what were the things that made this shift so good, and what were the things that made this shift so bad? And you can look at those metrics, key metrics, and see where did they come in at. And normally 9 out of 10 times I can find my issue right inside of all of those, whether it's too long of wait times, whether it's my average order size was off, or maybe I was taking my monies to miles is off, which normally equates to time. I can look at the time of orders and say, hey, you know what, I was running tonight 35 minutes per order, and then my average money per order was low, and I'm not going to make money that way. So then you can go back and look and say, well, what restaurants were the culprits? Is this a certain day of the week thing? You can revisit that the next time you're working that day of the week in that particular area of the market or that particular market. You can say, let's see, does it happen again? These are all things that can give you the feedback and the information that you need to be doing. So what I'm trying to say is, be collecting that information. Take the time now, if you're running slow, to develop the good habits, to develop the ability to pick the right orders. And I'm telling you, we are going to see an increase in time, and we're going to see, or an increase in not time, but an increase in busyness as gas prices are going higher. Be ready to take advantage of it. Don't leave too soon. Take this time to develop the good habits and the good workflow so that you can be ready to take advantage of it when it comes. I believe by middle of July, real opportunity is going to exist to make a lot of money. And we'll see if I'm right. But that's how I feel. I think you got to be positive. You can't be negative. And you got to decide how you want to spend your time. Do you spend your time being negative, complaining, and looking to say, hey, it's impossible to do what you're doing, or do you figure out a way to make it work? And the key to success that you're going to find if you study anybody that's been successful in business, that's a successful entrepreneur, is they never say no. Can't doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is I'm going to figure out how to do that. And I'm going to continue trying, and I'm going to continue failing, and I'm going to continue to learn from my shortcomings. And that's what you've got to do. But you've got to make sure you have the information to learn from. So guys, that's my takeaway. I think we're going to be okay. I think those of us that are serious about this are going to be okay. As long as you're developing good habits, you're developing a solid order selection way, and I believe the order value-based strategy is as solid as it comes, and it will make you money. And like I said, that's the focus of what you're going to see in my ride-alongs. It's going to be my continuous focus because it's working for me. It's helping me make money. And you have to be patient, you have to be positive, and you have to be vigilant in doing the same things over and over again, creating it, making it a habit, and sticking with it, and believing in it, and being positive. Guys, I'm going to jump off here. I've taken up enough of your time, but I want to jump in here and, like I said, just say hi, give you some thoughts, let you know that a video or another ride-along is coming within the next 24 to 48 hours. Be on the lookout. I'm going to be trying to get it up. I'm putting the final finishing touches on it, and it should be up for you guys to see. And then my goal is to get back on that every 3-day cycle and get you guys some more content. So I really appreciate it, guys. I am serious. If any of you have any interest in having a spreadsheet, it's Google Sheets format. I'll email it to you. Email me, dadddash13@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel. Shoot me an email, or even put it in a comment if you're interested, and then we can, go from there. But I will send that to you, and you can use it, tweak it, make it your own. But I'll give you the base format and send you the sheet. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will, of course, be talking to you very soon. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, have those notifications on so you don't miss the next time we post. And guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon.